you might expect. Robert Dahlgren currently in 4th, being caught fast by Tom Coronel. Full second quicker on the last lap, Coronel, than Dahlgren. So he is reeling him in, and Coronel in 5th place at the moment, but that will become 4th. 3 laps to go, so Dahlgren will have to serve his drive-through before the end of the race. Even were he not to, he would get a 30-second penalty, which would drop him way down the order anyway.
Villa's making big progress as well up the field, but I don't think there's going to be enough laps left for him to get on the back of Montero and Niger.
Well, that's true. He's 6 seconds behind them. And, well, he actually, Nukia, 2:09 last time, so the 2:10 of Villa is actually lapping quicker. It's Thiago Montero, 2:11.6 to the leaders, who are now doing 2:09, so 3 seconds a lap quicker still there going than they were 2 or 3 laps ago, the Chevrolets, and that shows how much Rob Huff is giving Ivan Muller the hurry up. It also tells you legions about how good they are to their tyres, that they are going quicker and quicker the drier the track gets on wets.
Yeah, that's very interesting, but I would imagine that's probably because there's a lot of personal best gone in on that last lap. I think it may just be that as the track dries, there is generally more grip.
Coronel right up behind Dahlgren. Dahlgren was right to be watching the mirrors. The BMW has come and gone, and Dahlgren comes into the pit lane to serve his drive-through penalty. So unfortunately, what could have been a great race, unfortunately, has now come unstitched for him. But again, that car has shown so much potential, and maybe with the turbo petrol engine in Brno, another couple of weeks of just getting it running, putting a little bit more reliability and set up into it, that could be a very, very potent force in the Czech Republic. And it's been a bit of a highlight so far for them this weekend.
Oh, Engsler's just jumped up from behind Daryl O'Young and Villa, and he's now second.
There he is. He's gone by both of them, and again you question what tyres Franz Engsler might have started on, because he was well down in the dozens in below. He might have had a bit of a gamble on some slick tyres.
That could be right. He's the fastest person on the track on that last lap.
Yeah, on what might be... Oh, Nukia's off. Nukia's off from 5th, and through goes Montero, and Nukia's staying off, because on the wet grass, again, now that is properly full wet conditions there, because it's, as you could see, very soggy and very muddy underneath.
He looks like he's almost got a problem. It looks kind of like he's staying off the line there when he came back on. Yeah,
well, maybe because Thiago was coming back right front puncture. Predictably, of course, it's a right front puncture. Nukia is the king of somehow getting stuck with punctures. There's his dad, the team, not looking very happy with that. The car delaminating enormously, or the tyre delaminating enormously. And again, you know, overheating is a problem for tyres in these conditions. Fastest race lap, 2:07.7 for Norbert Michelis. He is absolutely flying now. 2:09 for race. Still 2:09 for Huff. Commentators just announced that Michelis has set the fastest race lap to the crowd. They respond, they're on their feet cheering and hollering. It's like a NASCAR crowd here, it's great. But 2:09s for Huff and Muller, the race leaders, 2:09.0s. They're going really well still on what must be fairly tortured wet weather tyres. And again, that tells you how good the Chevy chassis is.
I think so. And it's compared to well, look at if you look at Coronel as well, he's on a 2:08.5. The BM certainly seem to be coming back, and Engsler on a 2:08.3. The BM certainly seem to be coming back into their own, but look, Muller's just done a 2:07.8, so you're right. Perhaps it is the fact that the track's just drying more and more every set of wheels that go over it. It's drying more and more. But
now, yeah, and in fact, Coronel's just set the fastest race lap as well. I was going to say, last lap, Muller and Huff, I think we have to say, first and second probably sealed. Tarquini, 3.9 seconds ahead of Coronel as they started the last lap. We need to watch that one. Engsler soaring up the order. He is now up to 6th position, 2:07.1, the fastest race lap. And look in front of him, Thiago Montero, that is 5th position. That is going to be no, never mind the target. I think he might have done him halfway around the lap. Javi Villa behind, I think, has had the best of his tyres. And Mikkel Nukia comes across the line. I beg your pardon, Norbert Michelis comes across the line, 2:05.3, 2 seconds quicker on that lap than he was on the previous.
Yeah, you can see his right rear wheel. Look at the angle of it. It's obviously that car's carrying a lot of damage.
It's a horror. It's a shed. You can see bits hanging off it, left, right and centre, underneath, at the back. Nukia's made it round to the pits with his shredded tyre and 3 wheels and a rim. But Ivan Muller handling the wet weather conditions commendably, as you would expect from a 10-time ice racing champion. Doesn't mind if things are a little slippery underfoot. And the Chevy Cruze again underlining, I think, just what a fine engineering job it is. There's his daughter and girlfriend.
You can see the cars actually moving around on the blocks on the tyre. They're wet. Yeah. There's going to be a lot of knackered wets out there at the end of this.
You can see it wriggling, can't you, as he brakes there? The nose just moving left and right. And again here, watch closely the front of the car. It's not quite so exaggerated there, not quite such a heavy braking. But last couple of corners, Ivan Muller is going to win his 15th FIA World Touring Car race here. And for Muller, that will be the first of the season. Rob Huff, Alain Menu and Gabriele Tarquini have won so far, and now Muller adds himself to that list. So he wins race 2 from Rob Huff. So Rob Huff, 2 12th position starts. Where did he finish in race 1? 4th place?
Yeah.
Race finished 2nd here. Oh, an Engstler lunge there at Montero, and he's coming back at him. And as they race to the line, he might just have enough grip for the overlap. Montero's turbo engine.
Ooh, yeah, I think Montero had it.
Just has it by a 75 thousandths of a second margin. Wow.
I think Rob Huff will be delighted with this weekend the way it's gone after qualifying. It's real damage limitation.
Absolutely right, absolutely right. Dug deep when he needed to and didn't allow all the stress to get to him. And Norbert Michelis is in sight. Across the line he comes, and he finishes in 15th position. Although, actually, Mikko Nukia and Alexei Dudicalo are still on the screen in front of him, and we know that Nukia is in the pit lane, so maybe Michelis lost a lap. Yes, I think he might have done, along with Mehdi Benani. So I think actually they were a lap behind as well as all that time. But Michelis, fastest race lap, 2 minutes 4.0. He definitely did have slick tyres on, didn't he? And why not? Unfortunately, if the car had been straighter, then he might have had an awful lot more chance to improve. Well, Ivan Muller and Rob Huff, 1-2 for Chevrolet. And Gabriele Tarquini clinging on, 3rd place. What a good result for the Seat driver. Coronel in 4th, Thiago Montero in 5th, and top Yokohama trophy driver Franz Engstler in 6th position, ahead of rivals Javi Veer and Daryl Young, 8th place on the grid. So not sure whether he gambled on slick tyres as well in his car. Actually, possibly it looked like he might not have done. Well, yeah. Norbert Michelis, what a roller coaster. 2nd place in race 1, down after qualifying, in the highest heights of finishing on the podium after race 1, and again up and down and all over the place in race 2. But a fantastic weekend for him, all things considered. And for Rob Huff, he still has the championship lead.